All right. Hello, chat. How's it going? Hopefully well. We're back. And we're playing more Ace Combat 6. It might be a minute, like a quick minute, before we can actually start playing it because my Xbox needed an update. And I forgot that these console updates, they take a while. Like the whole system getting updated. I do not miss this part, there we go, of console gaming. This is just awful. It's been running for about 20 minutes now. And it's at 89%, so we should be about good. Probably. We're kind of just waiting, to be honest. Just waiting. Hello, Lightning Fox Bob. Sneaky Peeky, hello. I did at the very least get another new Celsius flavor that I hadn't seen before. This time being the mango lemonade. That one's really good. That one's really good. Very mango. Much more mango than lemonade. Updating your Xbox? Yep. This is how we do it. Forgot that these console updates, they're not short. I was just saying, I don't miss this part of console gaming. The full system update. This is rough. Speaking of Microsoft, they're raising their prices and their games will be $80 a standard. No, the fuck they aren't. There's no way. Hold on. Are you serious? Wait. Oh my god. Bruh. Okay. This is real. They... Okay, I'm reading. Yeah, I'm seeing it now. So they have already raised the price of their consoles. The Series S has gone from being $300 to $380. And the Series X has gone from being $500 to $600. They're saying that they're doing this due to market conditions, which it's the Switch 2 coming out and showing them that they can charge more. Those would be the conditions, certainly. Jesus Christ. The price of the Xbox wireless controller, of the special edition wireless controller will increase from $70 to $80. And the recommended pricing, oh, I'm gonna have to reset my OBS now. The recommended pricing for some new games, their words, will be $80 in the holiday season this year. Fucking Nintendo. This is also Microsoft's fault. But fucking Nintendo. They started this. Sony's not far behind now. If Microsoft is doing it, Sony's coming right up on their heels too. You just bet. Jesus Christ. Okay, hold on. Give me a second. Audio delay. Hold on. That did. I can ever so faintly hear it. So faintly. Is there like an audio option? Oh, there is. Oh my god, chat. Wait a minute. No, okay. I was like, is the reason that everything has been so quiet during this playthrough because I had like the audio turned down or something? But no, that's still, no, that's just the Xbox. Nope, that's still just, it's quiet compared to PC. I'm signed into Xbox Live. I don't have Xbox Live right now. Got out of the sewers and immediately went to Kvatch. Good for you. You're gonna get shitty loot. I hope you're happy, hero of Kvatch. Get scammed. The people of Kvatch have scammed you. Glad I got my Pro before prices went up. Dude, how much, if they do increase the price of the Pro, I don't think the Pro is gonna get a bump. Although, it might. It might. But surely Sony, it's Sony though. I keep wanting to say, I'm like, no. Sony's gonna be like, okay, it would be nice to get more money from it. But, you know, the backlash to the pricing initially was bad enough that we shouldn't touch it. But it's Sony.
Give you the lowdown on our mission. Small unmanned aerial vehicles,
hard to say.
Cruise missiles, and heavy command cruisers are all closely related in terms of functionality.
Hard to say.
Have been uncovered as the enemy's secret weapons by
$600 for a Series X is crazy, though.
Missile and small unmanned aerial
it's insanity.
Samples, as well as
hey, PC gaming is looking more affordable by the day, isn't it?
First of all, the small unmanned aerial vehicles are
it's been a slow rolling ball ever since that PS5 Pro launch.
In step 2, a special electronic signal inside of each small
Sony never leaves money on the table. Yeah, that's why I'm like, I want to think that they wouldn't because they know better. But I know that Sony, if given the chance to get more money out of it, there's no shot they don't take that chance. At least in like the last 10 years, they haven't missed a single chance like that.
Once launched, they are operated from the heavy command cruiser via remote control. Our Joint Chiefs of Staff have drawn up a plan to destroy the enemy's missile system. Based on these
Series X costs more than a Pro now.
In order to conquer the heavy command cruiser,
Pro has 2 terabytes as standard.
From the air is
it's a $120 upgrade.
First, we need to get a springboard to launch our plan of attack.
What is the storage on a Series X? It's probably 1 terabyte.
Our objective is to retake Cavalia's air facilities.
What is the standard for the Series X storage?
To destroy the enemy's missile system. Once the runway is secured, we should have a decent chance at taking out the enemy's heavy command cruiser. Enemy forces.
Why is
will
it
be
so
heavily
hard to
deployed.
find just an
Land,
answer? I got like all
air,
expansion, like storage expansion
we'll be doing
products.
all we can to deal with them, but I'm sure they'll be ready for us. Success or failure of this mission will very likely have a significant effect on the war.
I need to rephrase it.
Everything
How
we've got.
much storage does the Series X have? 1 terabyte. Okay. They have a bespoke upgrade solutions that is expensive. Yeah. 2 terabyte version is 700. Do they have a 2 terabyte version? I think they just have the expansion. Do they have a 2 terabyte Series X? It doesn't seem like they actually... Well, no, wait, this one is from Microsoft. I'm streaming off of the Elgato today, so I can't as easily just show you guys on the fly. But the Series X 2 terabyte edition is now starting at $729.99. Bro, that is so crazy because like SSD storage isn't even expensive anymore. Like, hold on. If I go and buy a 1 terabyte SSD, like if I just go to buy one for my computer, 1 terabyte, and you would never buy a 1 terabyte right now. Yeah, it's about $60 to buy a 1 terabyte SSD. Hold on. I don't remember how much my SSDs cost. Oh, that one. Yeah. And 2 terabytes you can get for like 100. Like a 2 terabyte singular SSD is like $100. Right. Sorry. That was so much sidetracking at the start. Holy shit. The update on the system and then that. What am I doing? Flying planes? At least that's what I'm supposed to be doing. We're on mission 8. So I need to do 8C. Other than that, we should be... Oh, the ace. There's an ace in every mission. Hold on. Ace Combat 6. Aces. You fly like a Breton. You speak like a filthy imperial dog. Named aircraft. Mission 8. Appears during the mission update. That's just it. Just appears during mission update. Nothing specific to do. You Imperials? I know. Should I put a skooma fund up and just carry it over? I've gotten so used to the skooma fund running bit. Could fly a Burkett. Could fly an F-22. I could fly a Typhoon. I can only fly fighters, though. You know what? Let me... The V2 fund. The Ace Combat equivalent is the V2 fund. I'm stuck between these two. They're mostly the same. I'll go with the Burkett.
Talisman, which plane? How about my? Are we ready to fly?
Alright, hold
with
on.
these
V2
planes?
fund. Whoa. I almost got mixed up like what I was actually clicking on, and I almost set it to 50 super chats as the goal. How high does the goal go? Oh, 50 is the max. The max that I could set the goal to is 50 red super chats. A red super chat is $100 or more. That would be a pretty good day. That would be a good afternoon. Certainly. That would be a good afternoon. But alas, I will settle for one super chat
Crew to team, time to take off.
for the V2. One should be enough. One should be plenty.
Seize San Loma along with its military base and use that as a base of operations for attacking the enemy's heavy command cruiser.
I didn't even look at, like, the briefing. It looks like I'm going into an air-to-ground heavy encounter here with SAMs. I'm gonna be a bit rusty, but whoa! Here we go. Too much Oblivion this last week. Actually, there's no such thing. Now that they've made Oblivion a true GOAT with the remaster. GOAT status was debatable before. The remaster has confirmed it.
Lock on.
Some hitting shit. Told you I'd be rusty. Already turned to wine. Why wine? I mean, it works, I guess.
Tracking you on radar.
I will do it. It's not that it's ineffective. But if I were trying to drink through, I wouldn't.
Launching missile.
I'm like, what would I drink? And I'm just like, I don't know what I would drink because I don't. I don't drink.
Missile evaded.
What's a manly drink? Bourbon? Bourbon. Because I'm a manly man. Nice wine? I don't know. Skooma? Yeah, actually, I would turn to the skooma. You're right. Expedition 33 outsold it? Did it? I know that Oblivion has had, well, at least as of like yesterday, Oblivion was still eclipsing it in active players. Did it really sell more than Oblivion? Because Oblivion Remastered already sold 4 million. And I thought that was pretty impressive for a Microsoft Shadow drop. Granted, it's Oblivion, but you know, Microsoft's been having a rough time with their first party stuff the last few years, so.
Missile was evaded.
Ooh. Oh, they did the player thing. Okay. They did the player with Game Pass. Okay. That makes sense. Do we have solid, like, sales for either of them then? Because I'm assuming Expedition 33 is Game Pass as well, right? I know that Xbox was the one doing all the marketing for them.
Enemy cruiser sunk.
So I don't know that it's on Game Pass, but I assume that it is. I've just been out of the loop on Expedition 33 because it's not my game.
Careful now, they're tracking you on radar. Lock on.
Uh-oh. There we go. Yeah, I'm on expert. I forget. Shit. Good start. White wine spritzer. I've actually never had white wine in my life. And I thought red wine tasted like ass.
Seize San Loma along with its
I
military
tried to avoid it when possible.
base of operations for attacking the enemy's heavy command cruiser.
Wipe out all enemies along the northwest route on your way to San Loma. This is Cabernet. Moving to destroy all defense facilities along the bombing
destroy all enemy ships dispatched offshore of San Loma. Take out any enemy forces obstructing our landing. We can't let them take the city.
San Loma's got some pretty tough defenses. Going in alone would be much too risky.
Guess we better lay off the stunts today.
Flagship Marigold to the Lunacy. We need you to take out that enemy fleet
Ginger wine?
downward escort
I don't think I ever had ginger. Is ginger wine a thing? What is ginger wine? Coming to PC next month? Is it really? They've done like no promotion for that.
Is active.
This is genuinely, I haven't heard about that being so soon. The last I heard about that game coming to PC was just when they said they were going to do a PC port. Is it actually like in a month?
Garuda 1. That
I'm weirdly not that interested in Stellar Blade. It looks okay. Knew that was coming. Christ. It looks okay. Like gameplay wise, but I just,
Careful now, they're tracking you on radar.
I don't know why I wouldn't play like DMC or Nier instead. I still haven't even played Nier. And I, just from what I've seen of it, I would rather just replay DMC, to be honest. Ooh.
Watch out, the enemy has a lock on you.
Chat,
Connecting
I
the
can't
inside for Garuda
necessarily say just yet what it is, but let me just say on the record that this video that I'm working on right now, this game that I have started, it's not it. This game, it's not it. I'm trying to grind through it as fast as I can, but holy shit, I'm
Launching missile. Watch out, the enemy has a lock on you.
this game, not very good. Mm. 19% for just one shot.
Aegis destroyer sunk.
I'm still so early that like members don't even have an update on it yet. Because I just started. But like, oh my god. It's been a very slow morning for me. Very slow morning. Apparently Silksong will be showcased at an expo in a playable state in September. I would believe you if Silksong was real. But we all know that it's not.
Launching missile.
So I don't.
Enemy forces have disappeared from radar. Garuda team, thanks for that outstanding cover. Standing by to attack in formation.
Fuck. These are just targets completely unrelated to any of the operations. There are so many.
Garuda 1. That airspace is dangerous. Don't invade San Loma until our forces arrive.
Plenty of points.
It's a bird, Papa. We've got a chance with those guys watching over us up there. What are you talking about?
Although,
They've got the enemy wrapped up in turmoil.
here's a good update on video stuff. I mentioned a bit ago
Radar. Be on alert for enemy.
that I might
What do you want us to do?
have
Station planes? Or
had like a potential hire lined up for
minimize the damage to our forces.
an editing position, so to speak.
First wave of enemy cruise missiles incoming.
So,
Impact is showing up on radar. Stay clear of
in
that area.
also recent news that is good, video output should be increasing because we got 2 videos going right now at the same time. I'm working on one, and I sent over everything for another one last night. And we're both cooking. Everything's smooth so far. Maybe we're paying Chole too much. No. Chole still can't afford a one-bed apartment.
Missile was evaded.
No. Well, Chole could. It would be really tight. Chole does not want to rent right now because it would be possible, but it would be so tight financially that it would be hell. So Chole is not renting just yet. In this economy, no one can. You're not wrong. Holy shit. Just holy shit. You know what I saw the other day, chat? What's it? There was this little shack near the lake, not on the lake. I almost said on the lake, but like near a lake around here. Like literally, I mean like little. And it had a for sale sign. And I was curious. I was like, what is that? So I looked it up on Zillow, which, if you're not familiar, is just a site for like buying and renting property. I looked it up to see the listing. And this shack was 120 square feet. So legitimately, like, it is a single room, and that room is like 10 feet by 10 feet, and then it has like a tiny bathroom in the corner. And that is the building, the whole thing. 120 square feet. Anyone want to guess the price? It was for sale, not for rent. Anyone want to guess how much this tiny shack, 100 square feet, was selling for?
We have radar lock on.
Near where I live. Any takers?
Missile missed. Enemy
Go on. No. I want guesses. I want people to 500, 120K, $500. 100,000? 700K. Could you imagine? It was $100,000. It was 100,000 to buy a 120 square foot shack, literal like 10 by 10 foot room with a bathroom. That's it. No other appliances, like no kitchen. The only sink was in the bathroom. I guess you could put like a mini fridge in there pretty easily. Like legit nothing. Like empty 10 by 10 room with a bathroom. And that is on the market for $100,000. I don't even live in one of the most expensive states. Like, it's not cheap here, but we aren't even like in the top 10 states for housing. No, not California. Minnesota. It's just gotten that bad. That was like, my jaw dropped when I saw the price. I couldn't believe it, dude. $100,000 for literally like a room. Just a singular room.
Enemy plane in gun range.
Like, the only thing that I could imagine that is even for, because it's kind of near the lake. Like, it's maybe, I don't know. Granted, this isn't like a nice touristy lake either. This is just like a random lake. But like,
Fox 2.
it's maybe a little under a quarter mile from the lake. So the only thing I could possibly imagine that shack is even for is like, you literally buy it just to have a room to like crash in when you're in town for a fishing trip. But again, like, this isn't like a nice or like touristy lake. It's just kind of a lake. Can you see the lake from the house? No. There are other like houses and buildings between this and the lake. You have to cross a few streets. And by that I mean you have to drive. Well, you could probably walk across, but it's in town. How big was the land? Not big. it like didn't really come with any land. It's legit, it's just a shack.
I just want to stick my finger in there.
Whoa.
It's flat.
Is Massachusetts really the most expensive state right now? That's crazy. I knew Florida was really expensive now. Because when I was moving away from Florida, it was getting insanely expensive there. Like, I remember housing getting really fucked in Florida when I was leaving, and that was like 3 years ago. But Florida, the thing that happened there is the classic, like, everyone said, oh my god, it's really cheap to live in Florida. And so everyone started, like, flowing into Florida, and then the housing market got expensive. Because now there are so many people there trying to buy so few homes. And it got super expensive. It's the same thing that happened to, like, Austin, Texas a few years ago. When everyone was like, oh my god, it's so cheap to live in Austin, and now Austin is expensive as fuck. They're considered 2 of the 10 best places to live in the US. Yeah, I know that Minnesota right now is ranked as like number 4 overall for like quality of life. Which is why it's like, yeah, it's expensive here, but like, I like it here, man. It's so nice. It's so nice in Minnesota. Just, it's been getting more and more expensive. And our taxes have gotten insane. Like, our state government has gotten so overwhelmingly greedy. And they've just been spending money on nonsense the last few years. Our taxes have gotten crazy. Last year, not this year, I paid just as much in state tax as I did in federal tax. Like literally within $100. I spent about the same on both. Last year was crazy. This year I got some better tax breaks for state, but Jesus Christ. Leveled acrobatics so much you can fly now, you're goddamn right. This is what 100 acrobatics looks like. No one's been listening to me when I've told them to level acrobatics. They didn't know they could do this. Closing Oblivion gates has never been so easy. Florida's gonna turn into a swampland battle royale. It is too. And dude, Central Florida is just the swamp. Ugh. The weather in Central Florida is so gross. I was so happy to be moving out of Central Florida, mostly because of the weather. And the people. Also the people in Central Florida. Not pleasant. Sorry. Sad face. People are assholes in Central Florida. Oh my god, that was a crazy shot.
Careful now, they're tracking you on radar.
To be fair though, I lived in Orlando. Like in it. I lived in like downtown Orlando. So, yeah. That doesn't help.
Enemy plane in gun range.
Man, the high G in this game with some of the higher end fighters, fucking crazy what you can do with it. The maneuvers are insane.
Watch out, the enemy has a lock on you. Garuda 1 launched missile.
Daytona is basically the countryside if it was a city. You're not wrong. I mentioned before that when I was living there, my girlfriend at the time's mom moved down to Daytona from north. I say moved down because she was not from Florida. So we would go up there because Daytona was like an hour drive. So we would go up there from time to time. And yeah, that's a pretty accurate way of describing Daytona. At least it's like on the coast, so the weather isn't as bad there. That was definitely a plus. But even then, I just generally didn't like Florida's weather. Anything was better than being like in the asshole of Orlando, but Florida's weather's just so hot. So hot and sticky and gross. Like every time I stepped outside for the entire time I lived there, I would just be like, ugh. Except for the winter. The winter's actually kind of nice because it's like 60s in the winter. The winter wasn't bad. Not as humid because it doesn't rain as much in the winter either. But basically any season other than winter, I would step outside and just immediately be like, ugh. It just feels gross. I feel like I need a shower already. 60 in winter is crazy. Bro, it's whiplash from, like, coming from where I'm from. Fucking crazy whiplash. And then I moved back here. I went from my winter average being like -10 to like 60. And then moved right back to -10. And I love it. I would way rather have it be like super, super cold outside than like hot and sticky.
Careful now, they're tracking you on radar.
But maybe that's because I'm used to it. It would be a fair point to bring up.
Enemy cruiser sent under.
But like also, I'm not planning on staying in Minnesota for the time being. Well, right now I am, but like I'm slowly working on plans to move, maybe come back later. Like in a few years, come back again, but it's too expensive. Even like outside of property stuff being so expensive here, taxes are insane here. I can't live here. As someone whose primary income is a sole proprietorship, I cannot live here. The taxes are insane. They're killing me slowly.
Anti-aircraft gun taken out.
Talisman, you're the key player on this mission. Don't get shot down.
Wasn't planning on it, but it might happen.
Enemy plane in gun
Where's the
range.
resupply? It's so far. Oh, that's right. Allied attack is a thing. Look, it's been like a week, okay? Oblivion came out. Come on. Come on now.
Watch out! The enemy has a lock on you!
All targets are almost destroyed. Garuda 1, take care of what's left.
Talisman, it's time to finish
The house across from me is empty. Like across the street.
Radar lock on.
It is tempting. Gonna be crucial for speedrun metal? I assume so, yeah. Just because it is able to like clear out a whole portion of the map in an instant. Granted, if you've got it set up right. But yeah, if you do it right. Check that totally intentional post-stall maneuver right there. I meant to do that. That was all me. It was completely planned and everything. Oh, that was a terrible shot. This game is so slippery. Makes it weird to come back to after a break, especially.
We have radar lock on.
Well, it's slippery using like the high-end fighters where it's just like they can turn so fast that I lose control.
Watch out! The enemy has a lock on you!
Garuda 1, ESM is active.
If anyone was looking for a roommate and didn't live in Canada, why didn't live in Canada? Was he in Canada?
Garuda 1 bagged an enemy.
Was he trying to
All targets are
convert people
destroyed.
to
We have
Canada?
taken over the city of San Loma.
Let's go out for a few when we get back. Drinks are on me tonight.
Talisman, we just took control of our airport from the Estevakians. The battle for America.
Oh, I only just saw it. You can only take off so many clothes until it's a crime, but you can always add more layers. Exactly.
Excellent job.
Exactly. Bro, in Florida, I legitimately, like, there were occasions where I went out,
See San Loma, along
it
with
was
its
so
military
hot
base.
out, and like, if I was gonna be on campus for the day, because I was in college at the time,
Mission accomplished.
um,
We have managed to
I would
retake
go
Columbia
out
Air
in
Force
like
Base
a
and
shirt
free
that I
San
had
Loma
cut
from
the
process.
sleeves off of in high
Columbia
school,
will
like
be
with
our key
scissors.
base of operation for conquering the
And I
enemy's
would just
heavy
wear
command
that
cruiser.
to class because it was so
Ultimately,
fucking
the
hot
enemy's
out and I would have to be
cruise
walking
missile
around
system cannot
campus
be
all day.
stopped unless their heavy
So I
command
would just wear
cruiser
that
is
shit
destroyed first.
sometimes because it was
Every
so
minute
hot.
counts for us here.
Because I did classes year round when I was there, so I did classes through the summer. I still had like full course loads throughout the summer. And yeah, it's like over 100 degrees. 99% humidity. It's fucking gross.
The engine managed to get us this far, but it's been destroyed by machine gun fire. This pilot is from Ludmila's homeland.
No need to cut it yourself.
She asks
No,
the
they were
questioner a name, asking if he has
a buddy and I,
information,
before
but the pilot takes
going
it
to this party that was being thrown on a
Just
lake,
before all this,
we took some of like the t-shirts that we had gotten from our high school.
he's the one that
I think it
shot
was
me down.
for I don't remember what it was. It was some like promotional shirt from our high school that we had been given for free. And it was a shitty t-shirt.
I know
And we were like,
exactly what she's
it would be
going
funny
through.
if we both showed up together
With such emotion.
and we had like cut the sleeves off and made our own shitty muscle shirts out of them, and we
Very
did.
well ended up
Because
like
at the
this.
time, too, I was fat. So it was like funny fat humor for me. I'm like, I do not look good in a shirt like this. But I'm absolutely going to show up wearing a shirt like this. Forgot that you're playing on Xbone and not on Xenia? Yeah.
As we save a
We got
man's
working
life on this
cutscenes.
wide open plain, we both begin to realize what we share,
Couldn't be
how
Xenia.
much we have in common.
I shit on Xenia a lot. I'm now just realizing. When Xenia does work, it's great. It's just that the conditions for Xenia to work are very specific. and not that common. Most things I've ever tried to do in Xenia have not worked right.
Is an order of deployment.
Some things work right. The Gears of War games, if you have solid enough hardware, the Gears trilogy is great on Xenia.
Identified as P1112 Igaion. The team consists of a mid-sized Kotos aircraft in charge of electronic warfare. And
It needs a lot more development. Yeah, and that's the thing too, is that Xenia, like, as much as I know the team is probably trying as hard as they can, like with the time they have available and everything, like, Xenia feels like it's been in the same state for years. I feel like it's barely gotten updated for a very long time.
Multiple tankers must make their way to the front of the
I ran Gears 3 last night. It chugs. I was able to keep it above 30 on my rig without, like, using patches to butcher the game. But it was, it kind of jumped around a lot, you know, like, sometimes it would get up to 50 and I would be like, this is pretty good, and then back down to like 35, 30. But it works on a 4080.
So our best chance of taking that monster out is during its mid-air fuel up. The Igaion's flight schedule is also included in this.
They had that big update last year. Yeah, that big one last year was pretty good. That did a lot of good for it. PCSX2 before the 2.0 update? Yes. Brute force it to do your bidding. That's kind of the way Xenia has always felt for me. It feels like if something doesn't work, I'm like, yep, it's a hardware issue. And then sure enough, you know, I throw a 4080 in and I can run stuff again. It really does feel like that. 30 and 4080 aren't massively different. I think they're fairly different, but not like night and day. Like, he's saying that he gets it above 30 a lot of the time, but it dips below, and that sounds about right. Hold on. I know that it's not the most reliable, but it has really nice comparison, like, layout. So I'm user benchmarking this bitch only because I'm curious. To a 3080. It's a much larger difference than I thought it was. I thought it was closer than at least what they have here. But averaged out, they've got Passmark. Let me check Passmark first. Video card. Hold on. Hold on now. I have the launch model, not the one with extra RAM. Noted. Give me this. Compare. Yeah, see, Passmark's UI compared to user benchmark, I don't like it as much. Yeah, it's about the same. The 4080 is about 50% faster on average, which is a way bigger difference than I thought it was. Like, I thought they were a sizable difference, but I would have thought it was more like a 20-25% than a 50%. Having a 12 gig. Yeah. Well, the VRAM does help a lot on that card. The extra VRAM does go pretty far for that card. This is a guy on. Yeah, okay. Hold on, where's my ace on this before I start? Because I'm going to forget. But there are no operations on this mission to worry about. I don't think. Shoot down at least one KC-10 extender. Then shoot down... What? This one's pretty specific. This one's fairly specific. The Typhoon can use RCL. Hold on. Paint job. Very important. Typhoon is a fighter in this game, right? Yeah, okay. Just gotta make sure that it is still classed as a fighter.
Talisman, which
I want you to
plane
match
should
me.
I got my weaponry? Are we ready to fly with these planes?
Garuda team, time to take off.
I just dumped all my games on the Xbox hard drive last night. I should dump more of my 360 games and mess around with them. Xenia is great when it works. Gears 3 is iffy. Gears 1 and 2 are really solid on it. Again, on my card. But yeah, like what I was saying earlier, just brute force it into submission. That's how I got Gears 3 working fairly well on it. Just bigger card, better output. That's how I got Armored Core 5
be
and
a piss baby false according to where I'm pissing. Yeah.
Armored Core 5 and Verdict Day. That's how I got them running mostly locked at 60 on Xenia. It was pretty much just sticking a 4080 in there. Super easy to dump games. Yeah, 360 games are easy to dump.
The heavy command cruiser's radar capabilities temporarily falter whenever it's refueling in midair. A lot of good agents
Okay.
lost their lives getting
This is like a
intel.
4-step process. So we got to do this very specifically.
Current course. Initiate an attack
Starting with
immediately
shoot
whenever
down
it's
at
in the
least
combat zone.
one KC-10 extender.
Garuda 2, roger. Let's go.
Step 1.
All pilots, keep your eyes peeled.
I should dump my Minecraft Xbox 360 edition to Xenia. That was a classic back in the day. Minecraft 360 edition. That was good shit.
Approaching target.
If you know, you know. You had to be there. The tutorial world, you had to be there.
Prepare to engage enemy. Maintain altitude and airspeed.
It has a PC port. The Xbox One Minecraft got a PC port. But the 360 version was left in the past.
Approaching target. Just stay on that axis.
Oh, riding. My no Elder Scrolls stream, finally. Hey, don't get used to it. Oblivion's very good. Very fun. Very good time. All right, there's one. KC-10 down.
Garuda 2, engage.
Now, shoot down the P1113, which is certainly one of these. Xbox Minecraft was pretty solid. I don't know how the Terraria was. I don't think I ever played Terraria on console.
There are enemy aircraft providing ESM. You'll be in a world of hurt if you let them go.
What is the P113? 1113, sorry. Oh. Okay. Yeah, they just don't display their name here. But they're the support ones that, I mean, I can see the difference visually, but this one that I'm locked onto right now is one of them, I believe. Oh, there's the name. That is one of them.
Talisman, it's the Reaper's emblem. Let's pay him back once and for all.
The bad update exploit on 360? No. What are people doing on the 360?
Target down. Keep on that pressure.
All right, there's the first one. Now, where's the 1114? Should be the other wide. It should be this one, I think. Yeah, it should be that one. If I'm not mistaken, at least.
Commencing full rocket fire.
Terrible shot. I need to be closer. It's like a soft mod. I'm not one that likes to mod the consoles. Like, I like to leave my consoles. I do all of my modding with console games on emulation so that I can leave my consoles just as they are. But sometimes they're cool. Like, the old JTAGs are cool. That is the other one. Okay, yeah, this is the other one we needed.
Bullseye! Good job, Garuda team. We're almost done here.
Son of a bitch, he's turning.
Radar lock. Missile was evaded. Aerial battleship number 1 down. It's going down.
Okay, now I have to destroy all the engines on the Agaion. Yeah, that is the Agaion.
Watch out! The enemy has a lock on you!
Did I already destroy all of them? Or is it after all of these weapons?
Okay, I'm on backup.
Oh, it's on the other side. What am I doing? $5'10" and 190 pounds. It happened. Hey, my self-control around food has been so bad lately. I'm about to just turn it into an unplanned bulk. Granted, I've already done that. I have bulked. It's time to now cut it properly, and I can make something out of it somehow. I just gotta, you know, treat it like I did a dirty bulk. Don't tell Mikkel. Just don't tell him. He doesn't need to know. Where the fuck is that AA gun? Is it on the underside? It is. Yeah. There was another one. That was spooky as shit. Yeah, here are the engines. Okay.
Garuda team, keep attacking.
Oh my god. That sound, dude. That sound was golden. Yeah, the rockets are doing some work here.
Commencing full rocket fire.
All right, my ace should be spawned in now.
Heavy command cruiser's taking a major blow. Garuda team, you almost got
He
her.
takes off from the Agaion
Destroyed that heavy command cruiser. Try attacking
during this
the
phase,
sections on the
assuming you've destroyed everything else beforehand.
You're the man!
Number
That'll
2
do it.
electronic support system down. All right.
Did he
That's what
take
I like to
off?
see.
Where is he? I'm not seeing him.
Missile evaded.
This one's mine!
Garuda 1, Fox 2.
You want to be a piss baby false? According to where I'm pissing. Yeah.
Twice. And she says that the piss thing isn't her. Imagine. She says that it's not her fault. But I think that we can all, you know, reasonably draw our own conclusions based on the evidence presented here today. I'm about to die. Oh, I held the missile button. I panicked so hard. Why did he not take off? Where's my guy? Shoot down at least one KC-10, then shoot down the Kodos, then the Gigis, maybe, I don't know, and destroy all engines on the Agaion. Once all of the conditions are fulfilled, Phoenix will take off from the Igaion. It's Igaion. I only just realized. The fuck? Gaijis? I heard them say it earlier, but I already forgot how they said it. Maybe if I go take out this guy as well. He's not listed on the requirements, but he might be part of it. I don't know. Well, that did it. Oh, there he is. He took off. Okay. And it seems the wiki could use a little polishing on that one. I think you have to take out all of the supporting airships, not just 2 of them. Geigus? Maybe. Oh my god, my hair will not stay up. It's driving me nuts. Getting to that point where it's just heavy. I just need to go to the barber again. That's a clean looking livery, man. I want it. I want it.
I've got lock on. Shamrock, box 2.
Missile strike.
Got his ass. You think we could snipe it from back here? Whoa.
Commencing full rocket fire.
Did I overshoot? I way overshot. Would have been awesome. They gave the RCLs so much splash damage, but you can just pelt them with it, and it hits like the entire aircraft, like the entire carrier. Doesn't matter where you're shooting that shit. It just does damage to the whole thing. It's incredible. Who made the RCL so broken in AC6?
Back to the sea you go. May you rest in quiet slumber.
All right, Shamrock, calm down. This game, I can't get over this game being an early 360 title. Like this, the fact that this came out like right near the start of the 360's life. Crazy. It just looks so good.
Approach the enemy at current course. Initiate an attack immediately after you've made it
Just
into
so
the
good.
combat zone.
The original Oblivion came out right before this came out. For like frame of reference on the visuals. I'm like, what could I compare it to that would be good? That's something. Like recently on this channel, the original Oblivion came out just before this did. Crazy shit.
Approaching target.
What a pretty game. Still kill for licensed titles from Project Aces? What do you mean licensed?
Good job. The Igaion and its air unit have been destroyed.
Mm.
The cruise missiles aimed at Emeria have also
Like-
been eliminated. This was a huge
Like Project
victory
Aces
for us,
making games
and
for
I'm
other
sure it'll have a
franchises?
significant impact on the war. Garuda team, you have received a letter of
That
commendation from the
generational
Joint
leap
Chiefs
seems
of
to have
Staff
maxed
for your
out
invaluable
acrobatics.
service in this mission. Tonight,
I remember
we
Gears
do
looking
what
nice.
you
Yeah, Gears came out. The original Gears came out right around this time. That's another one that was like right around this. Imagine a Star Wars game made by these guys. Yeah. Man, that would be so good. Like a Star Wars, what's it? Flight game, let's just say. Made by Project Aces would go so hard.
Lieutenant Colonel.
These guys doing like an X-Wing game.
Pupil of mine.
Or I guess just like a rogue.
Have passed since then, but Lieutenant
I always get it wrong. Is it Rogue Squadron?
confidence in his eyes he had as a young
There's
man.
something called Rogue Squadron. It is Rogue Squadron. Yeah. These guys doing like a Rogue Squadron successor.
He is sure to
Could be
restore
so
his
fucking
side of
cool.
the American military. Don't leave your
The cutscenes did not age as well visually. The cutscenes just look kind of weird in this game. Not bad, but just like
It is how things are done.
kind of weird.
I asked
It's the
him
people.
if he knew
They look
Garuda
weird.
won.
Know him? My sole reason of being sent here was to fight him.
He smiled to hide the rage within him. That should have been my passion, my fire.
Oh no, did my bot? Yeah, my bot lost chat again.
This man is about to step into the world I once knew. My days in this sky are behind me now. The bitter taste of loneliness is all I have left.
Should have gone with pre-rendered, like 7. Yeah. They could have done a lot more if they just did pre-rendered. No, it still looks good. I'm just saying, like, compared to the gameplay, it didn't age quite the same. You see the gameplay of this, and you're like, wow.
east of central Ania lies Rogno Fortress in Gragio Canyon.
Can we get a Star Trek game instead? No, Star Trek is lame.
Substations for a giant
Lame.
dam and
I want
military
space
tunnels
cowboys and
line
wizards.
the area near the fortress. Those places act as an extra means of defense for an already high security.
Oh, this mission's so long.
Now that we've destroyed the
This
enemy's
one's so
heavy command
big.
cruiser, we're on our way east towards Grace Maria. But the only route for our heavy deployment of ground forces to travel on passes through Gragio Canyon, and Rogno Fortress is Estevakia's trump card for keeping us out of Grace Maria.
Star Trek has
If
awesome
we
stuff
can
to play
recapture
with.
that fortress, it's smooth sailing
Star
to Grace
Trek,
Maria from there.
Star
Eliminate
Trek.
the Estevakian
Sorry, the
unit
accent
there
came
and
out.
recapture Rogno
Doesn't
Fortress.
have
The battle
the-
is tipping in our favor. All planes.
What's it? I'm trying to find a way to describe it. That like childlike fun factor that Star Wars has. I've never disliked Star Trek, but it's not the same. It's not supposed to be the same, but in terms of like me being able to enjoy it is all I'm saying. I've never actively disliked Star Trek. It's just always been like, yeah, Star Trek's all right. Star Wars has cowboys and wizards though. So I need to do 10C, and I need to get my ace. Other than that, we're good. There's more good Star Trek than there is Star Wars. That's true. Most of the Star Wars movies suck ass. And most of the TV shows suck ass. Including Clone Wars. Yep. I'm brave enough to say it, that show. He just appears. along with the second wave during the mission update. Which Clone Wars? The newer one. I haven't watched the older one. Hold on. All right. I have to write something down. Give me a second. Where the fuck is it? Oh, there it is. The older one is Samurai Jack. Yeah, not the one-shot one. I haven't even watched the like one-shot Clone Wars. But no, the Clone Wars series, well, the movie isn't good either. But that's not a spicy opinion. It's a pretty common opinion, actually. I've never really liked the Clone Wars that much. And I'm fairly outspoken on it, to be fair. That's not news if you've been around. I have tried on numerous occasions to watch through the Clone Wars, both in release order and chronological order. And every time I try, I'm probably sitting around like 5 separate tries over the years now. Every single time I try to watch it, I just can't get through it. I just get so bored. I gotta take it out. It's so cool, and it has RCL. I gotta.
How about my weaponry? Are we ready to fly?
Oh no, qualms are shit in this game. I always like default to qualms, but they're terrible here. We made it to Umbara. Did they really name a character Calamari? No, I have not. But I'm also, if you've been around, you know, I'm really picky with like TV. For me to actually sit through a TV show, it takes a good bit. Which, by the way, apparently Andor came out. Andor Season 2. I didn't know that was happening so soon. I need to get on it. Because Andor Season 1 is like just one of my favorite pieces of Star Wars media, period. So I gotta get on Season 2. I haven't heard anything about it. I just know that apparently it's out.
If we can pull this off, Estovakia won't have any trump cards left to play. Use everything you've got.
Once we get over this canyon, Grace Maria's straight ahead. We gotta win this, Talisman.
Oh, come on. Oh, come on. Son of a bitch. Good enough. That was a terrible shot. Nice skin, I know. I liked it. While I was dogfighting him, I was like, I gotta fly that now. That looks sweet. There we go. Why do I see memes? Oh my god! Also, I saw that apparently they're doing like a rerun of Revenge of the Sith in theaters. I only just
stick my finger in there. It's flat.
I only just remembered that I saw they were doing that. That would be so fun. That's one of the good ones. Well, even then, it's a shit show. But it's a really fun movie, even though it's a really messy movie.
Commencing full rocket fire.
It's one of the most fun Star Wars movies for sure. Already started? Oh, I probably like need to get on it now or I'm gonna miss it then. Because they normally don't do the reruns in theaters for very long. Wasn't there a Mandalorian movie being made? Was there? I'm pretty Mandalorian'd out at this point. Mando season 1 was really good. 2 was like, it's fine. 3, I didn't even finish. 3, I was just like, it's not bad, but like, oh, hello. I was just kind of burned out on it by that point. It just felt like it was kind of more of the same. I'm pretty Mando'd out. I think they're just really big on continuing Mando because that was like the first of like the newer TV shows they started doing, and it was super successful initially.
Fox 2. Enemy facility was destroyed.
I liked Boba. I watched like 2 episodes of Boba and then forgot it existed. Like I didn't even dislike it. I just genuinely forgot until like a year later when someone in chat mentioned it.
Radar lock. Defensive wall confirmed down. Go through that tunnel and destroy all facilities inside the fortress.
Started going bad for me. It felt like they were just kind of doing the same formula over and over. Which, like, it's fine. It's just, yeah, I kind of got bored of it. Turns out people like space cowboy bounty hunters. Exactly. That's like the fun shit in Star Wars.
Fox 2.
I'm gonna take it nice and slow because I can barely see a fucking thing. Oh, that's not much better, is it? Am I good? Am I clear? It looks like I'm clear. I actually could barely see in there. Holy shit.
Roger that, Garuda 2. 3 tunnels are left with targets. Self-propelled artillery is being sent out from enemy posts in the north and south. They are approaching Warlock Battalion. Enemy facility taken out.
Three-quarters of the film is people sitting and talking. What, Revenge of the Sith? Yeah.
Careful now. The enemy has you on radar.
Ah, shit.
Shot down.
Bro, I've been saying that I want an Old Republic era TV series for so long. I've been fucking yapping about that because KOTOR is maybe just my favorite piece of Star Wars media. Like, out of all the movies, shows, games, all of it, KOTOR might be my favorite. Some of the games are pretty close. And like Empire, duh. I'm not a Revenge of the Sith enjoyer. I mean, I am, but it's not my favorite. I want... What's it? Or sorry, I like Empire the most. They would mess it up. Yeah, they probably would. But maybe there's a chance. They gotta at least give it a chance. I don't know why they haven't tackled that era outside of KOTOR. Like, really, they haven't properly gone for it. Outside of KOTOR. And KOTOR's not even canon anymore. After, like, the extended universe chop. So, That era kind of exists in vague mentions alone at this point, in terms of canon. Shadows of the Empire? What is Shadows of the Empire? Oh no. Okay, thank God. Empire Strikes Back is sublime. It's just, that's like perfect Star Wars. That movie, that's like as good as Star Wars ever gets, really. It's got all of it. It's got the space cowboy shit. It's got the space wizard shit. It's got Darth Vader. It's just good. Just good. Hoth. Hoth is maybe my favorite Star Wars planet. Mostly because of the opening bit of Empire. Like, just the whole opening to that movie is so fun. Star Wars canon gives me an aneurysm. Thanks, Filoni. The thing with Star Wars canon is, like, it can genuinely, at this point, with how inconsistent it is, especially, just headcanon it. Just, it genuinely has reached that point of, like, fuck the official canon. Just, what do you want to be canon? The actual canon is so messy right now, you just don't even pay it any mind. I don't often reach that point, but I have more than reached that point with Star Wars, where I'm just like, just headcanon it. Pick and choose what you like. Fuck it. As long as you don't, like, you know, tell other people that they're wrong about shit when applying your headcanon, just go with that.
Artillery is being sent out from enemy posts in the north and south. They are approaching Warlock Battalion. Defensive wall confirmed down. Go through that tunnel.
If you want to ignore the fact that Palpatine returned, do it. It was stupid anyway. If you want to act like KOTOR is still canon because it's so cool, so good, do it. It's worth it. It deserves to be canon. Just go with it. It really has gotten to that point. I don't pay any mind to the official Star Wars canon at this point.
Sam kill confirmed.
Still can't decide if I prefer Empire or Jedi. I prefer Empire, definitely. But the climax of Jedi is very good.
We have radar lock on.
Of Jedi. Of Return of the Jedi. My thing is, with Return of the Jedi, the opening is great. The climax is great. But the second act of that movie drags so much ass. And even then, some people say that the
biggest wang in the West.
The first act of that movie drags a lot of ass, and I can see it. I think it's fun. But I can certainly see where a lot of people are like, no, even the first act is just really poorly paced. I can see where people are coming from with that. But like the last hour of Empire, or sorry, not of Empire, of Return of the Jedi, is maybe like the best 1 hour stretch of Star Wars ever. Probably. At least for me. Like the opening's pretty fun, the second act, but like the whole ending stretch of that movie, it's just so peak Star Wars. It's so good. I love that shit.
2 tunnels left with targets. I repeat, 2
Oh, all of these targets are in the tunnel. Okay. I thought there were going to be some up top. we go again.
Garuda team, Warlock is in trouble. Take out all enemy forces in their path.
I'm gonna have to circle back.
Enemy facility taken out.
Dagobah scenes were kind of meh. Oh, I love the Dagobah scenes. I fucking love Yoda in that movie. I feel like Yoda was actually his best in that movie. Like, that is my favorite Yoda. Is just Yoda in Empire. Slash Return of the Jedi. His very brief appearance in Return of the Jedi, too. Like, when I think of Yoda, I think of Empire.
Operation target destroyed. Just one left.
Ooh. Slippery controls almost killed me again. It happened. I had a little jump scare moment there in the tunnel coming out of it. Fucking love Yoda. Bro, I still, like, without fail, if anyone ever messages me and says, like, oh, I'll try, I send them the Yoda gif. I don't even have to say it. I send them, like, without fail, my brain just, when someone's like, yeah, I'll try, my brain just goes Yoda. To this day. I can't shake it. I send everyone that gif without fail. Ooh. Never tell me that you're gonna try to do anything, because I'm just gonna hit you with the Yoda gif.
All attack targets are destroyed. Now we can get on to the Rocco mission. Fighter jets diving into tunnels. That's never been done.
Sadly true. False knows. False definitely knows. It's really true. I'm not joking. And even, you know, if it's not over text, I'm probably gonna say it in the Yoda voice. Yoda's the GOAT. But again, like, specifically that Yoda. They do some fun stuff with Yoda later. Like, the prequel movies do some fun stuff with Yoda, but that's not my Yoda. I like the Dagobah Yoda.
Just turn around and there's this big figure just pounding me.
Yeah? Yeah, false. Sounds like a fun Wednesday night for you.
Garuda 1, commencing full rocket fire.
We can't maintain the fortress without these routes. Put out those containers now.
Transport route to the fortress confirmed destroyed. Now take care of the rest.
It's Thursday? Yeah, last night. My sense of time isn't that bad. I'm pretty good about days of the week now. I used to be bad about days of the week. But having a consistent, like, video output has saved me in that sense. I can now actually keep track of what day of the week it is consistently.
Those facilities supply power to the fortress. Taking them out will weaken their defenses.
Going all the way over here. I did, like, nothing. Never know what day it is. I didn't before the video, like, upload schedule was consistent. But prior to that, I had no clue. Like, after college, I knew through college what day it was. God damn it. The random RCL shot because I fat fingered it. But as soon as I finished college, I totally lost track of what day of the week it was. Or, like, if you asked me the date ever, no clue. Not a clue. All right, I got it. Just gotta take our country back.
Anti-aircraft gun taken out.
Ooh. Still don't know if that's my Xbox or my my Elgato doing that.
Sending the target data. Garuda team, concentrate all fire on specified targets. I've set coordinates for the first target. Check your radars.
Could be my Xbox. This bitch is 12 years old this year. How did the Xbox One come out 12 years ago, Chad? Explain. How has it actually been that long?
Lock on.
Only 12? Dude. X-Bone. Yeah. It's X-Bone. I could stream this off the 360, but the X-Bone just upscales it and lets it run smoother. So I went with the X-Bone because like it has it. But no, don't even get me started on 360 because then every memory that I have of the Xbox 360 is more than 12 years ago. The VCR X-Bone, the launch X-Bone. Like, I got it like the month it came out. This gen started 5 years ago. That's crazy. Especially. Like, just... The Series X and the PS5 are both like 5 years old already. And like, this console generation is approaching its end, realistically speaking. And it feels like it really hasn't been that big of a generation for either of them. But I guess that's mostly because I think in like games with each generation. And Xbox probably had its worst few years of like first party stuff at the start of this gen. Because it just didn't really have much. And then Sony just hasn't had much at all. Like this gen. It had God of War, it had Spider-Man. It had Rebirth. What am I missing? I feel like I have to be missing stuff, but like, holy shit, am I not? I have to be. For Sony. Still no games. It's wild. Xbox is having a great stretch of games like this year. It literally just started with Oblivion and Expedition 33. Oh yeah, they did have a New Horizon. To be fair, Horizon sells amazingly, but like, I have no interest in Horizon. I played the first one. I just wasn't big on it. But yeah, they did have a New Horizon.
Enemy vehicle destroyed.
10 releases of The Last of Us. Yeah. All the games you listed are on PC. That applies to both of them now, though.
Garuda 1 has taken damage.
Like, I'm more now just looking at, like, who's publishing it. If they're publishing it, then that's their game. Like, it's just, is it first party or not? Right? Oh. Slight typo. Punishable by bot. Just how it is. But yeah, both of them are like basically totally on PC. Oh yeah, PS5 has Astrobot. That is, Astrobot looks good. And Gran Turismo 7. Oh, sorry, but yeah, Expedition 33 and Oblivion Remastered just came out for Microsoft, both like last week. Both are performing really, really well. Doom: The Dark Ages is, I believe, 2 weeks from today, isn't it?
Perfect, Garuda 1.
Yeah, 2 weeks from today, exactly. And that looks fucking great. I just found out, like, 2 days ago that the company that's doing the soundtrack for Doom: The Dark Ages has been posting like 1-minute teasers of a few of the songs on there. And they're so good. They're so good. I'm so excited for another Doom game that is a $60 soundtrack that also comes with a game. It's gonna be great. Yeah, just drop Gears Collection. E-Day is probably going to be next year, and probably more like holiday next year, but like E-Day will be great, I hope. Whatever they're doing with Halo, it kind of sounds like Halo stuff might be happening in the next couple years, but we don't really know yet. The trailer for E-Day was so good. I actually also couldn't believe that they were announcing a new prequel Gears game. Like, with Dom and Marcus, I was losing my shit watching it, just on that alone. And then the trailer was good. Like, just on top of the premise even, the trailer was great. So Microsoft seems like they're actually just getting started on like a pretty big first party run. Seems like they took Xbox Has No Games to heart. Obviously COD is their game now, so like they had BO6 last year. BO6 sold like crazy. Ugh. Also with BO6 they just brought Verdansk back, which massively pumped up their player counts again, and they've been holding pretty steady since. Because people are actually enjoying Warzone again now. I mean, buying out COD was a no-brainer win, regardless of who bought it. But, like, they did buy it, so I gotta give them COD now. If leaks are to be believed, and this year's COD is, in fact, a direct sequel to Black Ops 2 in terms of, like, era and story and all that, then COD this year is probably going to sell like crazy again. I mean, COD always sells like crazy, but like BO6 was really high numbers even for COD last year. Higher than usual, even for Call of Duty. And like, yeah, if leaks are to be believed and that is what we're getting for COD this year, I don't see that not selling super high numbers again. Just to be totally honest, I don't see how that could not be incredibly successful. Unless they really fuck something up. Still won't match up to BO2. I mean, gameplay-wise, I'm very on the record saying that BO2 is maybe one of the most overrated in the series. It's very good, but it gets glazed way too hard. If you mean sales-wise, it could very easily clear BO2 in sales, because COD is just way bigger right now than it was 12 years ago. As crazy as that sounds, like you go and look at the best-selling COD games, and they're like MW19, Cold War, BO6. I think the top selling COD game, or at least one of them, I think it's like in the top 5, is still Ghosts, actually. Which is wild. Which is insane. But I think it actually is in the top 5 for just units sold. I think Advanced Warfare is really high on the list too. Like still to this day. The one that made me stop playing COD for 10 years? Yeah, I hated Ghosts. I actually liked Advanced Warfare during that year, though. Like, I played a lot of Advanced Warfare while that was the new COD. I think BO3 is still the #1 in sales for the series, and I don't have a hard time believing that it's probably going to hold that position for a bit, because BO3 was insanely popular when it came out. And then BO3 has remained super popular on PC purely because the modding scene for that game is so good that people literally still buy BO3 copies on Steam to this day just to play the mods. BO3 still has one of the highest concurrent player counts in the series on Steam just because people are playing mods. The multiplayer is actually infested with hackers. And like, people just don't even play the multiplayer on the Steam version. They're literally just playing zombies mods. And it has like one of the highest concurrent player counts daily of the franchise still. So I think BO3 is probably going to hold at the #1 for sales for a long time, just because the modding scene has been keeping it going for so long. Makes me want to pull up the list. Hold on. Top Call of Duty games by sales. Yeah, it is Black Ops 3 at the top. I remembered that being the case, and yeah, that's still the case. Oh my god, wait, is this all of them? No, it's the top 15, which is basically all of them. Man. World at War. Oh no, Advanced Warfare isn't as high as I thought it was. It's only #10. Okay, #9 is OG MW2. #8 is Black Ops 2?
Although it's often been called,
is that right? No.
They've taken over Rogno Fortress.
It can't be.
Slovakia's just lost all their trump cards. No one can stop us now.
Is that right?
All that's left is to head for Grace Maria.
BO1 is the most selling? Hold on. Yeah, this list, as soon as I saw that, I was like, wait a minute. Also, what achievement did I just get? I'm sorry, an achievement just popped? Really? That's what I'm going to go check another list now. Oh, 10 named aircraft destroyed. Yeah, it makes me want to go check it because Black Ops 2 should be higher than #8. That can't be right. Oh, okay. Apparently, gauging this is a little odd. Okay, yeah. So here's where the weirdness comes in. Here's why the lists are all different, because I started looking and they're all different. Here's where the weirdness comes in. Activision apparently stopped doing like super concrete sales figures regularly for the games, and have instead been measuring the games purely based on like first month sales now.
No matter how bad things may
So some of these lists are going off of lifetime sales, but then with the new games, they're only able to factor in the first month because that's all that we have like for certain.
I also like our chances with the new captain in charge.
Oh, this is weird. Okay.
Like an older brother than some pushy authority figure.
Oh, here we go. But they had to reveal all the sales in 2024. Hold on. Hold on. Because of the court filing. So I need to go find this list now. Okay. Yeah, I remembered something like this happening. I remembered something like this happening. this is where we found out that Black Ops 3 is the number one because it sold 43 million copies as of last year total.
I can't argue with him there.
Because even though they had stopped giving these numbers, they had to give them as part of this court thing that they were going through. Modern Warfare 2019 is number 2 with 41 million copies sold.
I got the biggest wang in the West.
And Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War is number 3 with 32 million. And then from there, Black Ops 1 is number 4 at 31. MW3 OG is number 5. Vanguard is number 6. And the list trails off there, at least on this article. They stopped after Vanguard. I guess they just threw in Vanguard for the shock value. Because only doing the top 6 is odd. They must have only thrown that in for the shock value. Because it is funny that Vanguard is that high. But we do know from last year, like after the court hearing as well, that at least with how they do it now, where they measure off like the first month and share that publicly, Black Ops 6 had the best first week and best first month sales-wise out of any Call of Duty to date. So we don't know what Black Ops 6's lifetime sales are, but by the end of its total year, it will probably be up in that top 5, I would bet. Like, I can safely say it'll be top 5. Beyond that, it's hard to say exactly where it will land, but it'll probably be up there.
Near Moloch Desert in East Ania. They're combining all of their forces in an attempt to stop us from
V2 Fund, are we resetting this twisted game?
Operation will involve a very intense siege battle. Once the enemy's line of defense is ruined,
played both Vanguard. Oh, I played both. Vanguard is just reskinned MW19 with a poorly made zombies mode. Let me counter argue this a little bit. Vanguard's multiplayer is a reskinned MW19. Absolutely, like that is very accurate. Vanguard has better maps, more refined systems, better gunplay, my opinion. Some people like the modern stuff. I don't mind the World War II era at all. In fact, I really like it. So I fucking loved Vanguard's guns. Fucking loved them. Vanguard's multiplayer, I don't like either of them very much, but I liked Vanguard's more, for sure. And if we're talking third game mode, Vanguard Zombies, kind of dookie. Kind of not very good, right? Totally with you on that. However, if we're going to compare the third game modes, MW19 had those Spec Ops missions and that terrible survival mode. That was easily the worst iteration of the survival mode that we got in like MW3, Advanced Warfare, and now MW19. MW19 has the worst one by far. It's bad. It's really bad. And it was exclusive to PS4 for a year. I actually bought MW19 on my PlayStation 4 after I had made the move to PC. Because I was like, oh my god, the survival mode is back. Holy shit. I love MW3 survival. And then on launch day, I played the MW19 survival, and it was hot garbage. It's on PC now. Still hot garbage. It's really rough. It's just, ugh. I still get angry about that. Rather play Cold War than Vanguard? I absolutely would, but Cold War is in my top 3 COD games. Which is true. I think Black Ops 6, it is my number 3, for the record. And I think BO6 is probably going to replace it. I just don't want to call it too early. But like BO6 is really just better Cold War, so it's probably going to take that spot for me. But I love Cold War. Again, not a big multiplayer guy though. I consider the multiplayer as part of it, but multiplayer is not my primary focus. I really do kind of play all of the modes in COD. I'm a variety guy. I always play the campaign. The only campaign I didn't play was MW3. Just to this day, I haven't even so much as touched it. I don't know why, but I never did. Ever. And then, what's it? Yeah, that's it. No, that's it. That's the only campaign I haven't touched. I always play like the Spec Ops, the survival, the zombies, whatever. Heresy, new MW3. To clarify, the new one. The new MW3 is the one that I haven't played. I've never touched that campaign. Original MW3 has a great campaign. I should have clarified that. The new MW3 is the one that I never played.
Talisman, which plane should I pick?
Redeemed. Yeah. For a second that sounded rough.
Fly with these planes?
I would have gotten BO6 if they weren't so heavy-handed with the damn SBMM and engagement optimized matchmaking. Did you guys see? Like, we know how the SBMM works now. Because in Europe, they brought Activision to court over that system because of all the allegations and stuff. Because Europe is based as fuck with this shit. They brought them to court with it. And Activision had to publicly release the document explaining how this system works. And we learned a lot from it. But guys like, I'm going to name a name only because he's so extreme that it's perfectly fair. People like Blame Truth on YouTube have ignored this document and just kept rambling about whatever conspiracy theory we've been going on about for years now. Blame Truth is really bad. He's one of the guys pushing the skill-based damage allegations right now. He's particularly bad, which is why I bring him up. But people like him as well. But one of the weirdest things that we learned from it was that the engagement optimized matchmaking was complete placebo that we came up with. It's not in the system whatsoever. And actually, you can go to Activision's website now and request your SBMM data. Like real shit, you can get your skill graph going back to like Vanguard, I think. And it literally shows the graph of how your SBMM is tracked, what value you've been placed at, everything. Because Europe required them to do that if they wanted to continue selling within the EU. Base as fuck of Europe. I haven't done it because I don't care that much to see the actual values, but you can literally go to the Activision website and log into your Activision account and just request that data and they'll send it to you in an email. Like, that is a thing that you can do now with COD. The SBMM is strict, but yeah, apparently the engagement optimized stuff, I say apparently, we know. The engagement optimization stuff we completely came up with. It was never real. We conspiracied and placeboed ourselves into that one. So all the people like reverse boosting by leaving matches and like fully closing the game and everything, they were just wasting their time. It wasn't affecting the system at all. Hello, John Fuzz. You ever get around to testing the MP? No, but in the next like few weeks, I have to do Operation Raccoon City, Resi. I'm gonna be playing it in co-op. Because it's a co-op game, it's made with co-op in mind. And I will have Xbox Live for that, so we'll test the multiplayer when I have Xbox Live again. Because I'll still be doing this in a couple weeks. So we can test if it still works then.
Ground troops in the north are down to less than 40% of their firepower. All units available for air support need to go cover our tank battalion. Our ground troops in the north are down to less than 20% of their firepower. All available air.
Isn't Raccoon City on Steam? No, they pulled it from sale on Steam. And even if you have it on Steam, I don't remember what exactly it is, but something got shut down outside of Capcom's control that has made Raccoon City completely unplayable on PC. You literally, like, you can't launch the game properly anymore. It doesn't work. It might have been GameSpy. It might have been tied to GameSpy. I don't remember exactly. But the game, even if you do own it on Steam, is completely fucked. it just no work anymore.
Our bombers are even closer to the target airspace now. They are to commence bombing once they arrive.
Oh god. Oh yeah, games for Windows Live, that's right. Cause yeah, that makes sense. But yeah, you apparently, because I don't own it on Steam, I never bought a copy on Steam. You just can't even open the game anymore, even if you do already own a copy, or if you obtain one through illegitimate means. Like, the game just doesn't even open anymore on PC. That's why it isn't on sale anymore. Yeah, it's because the shutdown of games for Windows Live has prevented the game from even, like, being playable in single player. Just because of the way that they had it so tied into the systems. It's one of those where, like, you can't even get yourself into the main menu without it. Which, like, how is this not the first time that a game I've talked about on the channel had that issue? Where, like, oh, servers got shut down. You can't even play the single player anymore. There was a lot of single player. You can't play it because you couldn't even get into the main menu without server connection. So yeah, if you want to play Operation Raccoon City now, you have to play it on console. Which, yeah. Yeah, Ace Combat Infinity is what I'm referencing. Where, like, I would have covered at least the single player of it like I did with the Gen 5 Armored Core games. Because, like, there's plenty to play there in Gen 5 and AC Infinity in just the single player. But you literally, in the case of AC Infinity, can't play the game without connecting to the servers. You just can't even, like, log into the main menu. Which apparently people said there was, like, an energy system in Infinity that, like, limited how much you could play a day without paying more. I think it was fuel. Fuel for your plane. You had to either pay for or wait to restock. Remember when that was a thing? Jesus Christ. Talk about systems that aged horribly. Those energy systems that would just limit your playtime, like, per day without paying. Those were terrible. But to be fair, most trends that make their way into, like, console and PC gaming from mobile gaming tend to be terrible. Because mobile gaming tends to be terrible. I said what I said. And I meant it. Don't start me on gacha. Just don't. I mentioned it before, but when I was taking systems design in college, it's similar to the, I've talked about slot machines because it's the same thing. I had to, for one project, like on a certain week, I had to study and write up a proper, like, gacha system for that class. I will never touch a gacha game for the rest of my fucking life after doing that. I just won't. I refuse. Like, foundationally, that shit is so fucked. Never. Never. I don't care how many waifus they throw at me. I refuse. I might as well just go to the casino if I'm gonna play gacha. Might as well play a slot machine, which I've also gone off on before. Because yeah, same class, if you haven't heard me tell the story. In systems design, I also had to make a proper slot machine and like study them with industry standard rates and all that and make one. And yeah, I will, I actually had never played slot machines before that. I had played a little bit of gacha, but I had never paid in. I had only ever free-to-played gacha before taking that class. And it was literally only Genshin Impact, like the week it came out. I had barely touched it. It's just that Genshin was fucking huge when it came out. So I did like a couple of 2-hour Genshin streams on Twitch. Never really got into it. Wasn't my thing. Never paid any money into it. Pulled the rarest character in the game for free with like the couple of pulls that it gave me off the bat. And then never played the game, which made some people in my chat very upset. Rarest in the game at the time. I'm sure by now it's very different, but at the time, my free-to-play account, I just like straight up pulled the mega rare character on like my first 2 pulls. I didn't even know how significant it was until chat lost their minds. I was just like, oh, cool. It's Femboy. I can't remember his name. He was the little green kid. Not green like skin, but like his color scheme was green. And yeah, chat lost their shit. Where's the ace during this mission? Did I look?
I will stick my finger in your teeth.
Oh, he spawns northwest of the airfield after completing 2 operations. Okay. I did not look for this mission. I totally spaced it. Played Genshin crazy. Yeah, I played a few hours of Genshin on stream back when it came out because it was just so big when it came out.
I stick my finger in that.
Yeah, I just remember like Genshin coming out and I genuinely never heard a thing about it until just everyone in my chat was talking about how they were playing it. And I was like, okay, time to capitalize. Chase the trend a little bit. And I just didn't really like it. And then I took systems design. I think I did the gacha one in systems design 2, if I remember right. Like a year later-ish. And I have just completely flat out refused to engage with gacha games ever since. They are just so predatory that I don't even want to play them as free to play and give them the engagement figures. It's crazy. I played it one time and deadass the install took longer than I played. Yeah, I thought it was like fine. It just wasn't something I was super into. Are all the false quotes her putting her fingers in things and pissing on things? No. There are all sorts of quotes. Like, she also commonly talks about, pegging guys? Oh yeah, she claims that I like rimming, which is not true. For the record, it's not. Rimming classic. Yep.
Garuda team, that's an order. Cease fire and withdraw from the airspace.
There are plenty.
immediately.
Plenty of quotes with good variety.
You can't expect us to abandon our people.
Biggest wang in the West, yes. Yep.
This mission has been aborted.
Sometimes she also wants to stick her arm into something instead of her finger.
For too long. This is it. Let's do this, Garuda 1.
Bro, I've already been doing it, or at least trying to.
Garuda team, you are in violation of a direct order. Don't you see what's happening here? Comply with your order immediately.
Ghost Eye, what the hell do you know about losing a family member? I'll take whatever the hell action I see fit.
This is your last warning. Cease fire now. I repeat, cease fire immediately.
So many erections.
I can go home. Back to my family.
Shamrock, are you listening to me? You're in a lot of trouble here. Cease fire.
Oh, fucking shit. God damn it. One of these days I'll cross the return line during this part. Maybe I should do that. Oh, the return line is gone during this part. I was like, I should do that. I'm curious. It's not there. They just poof.
I'll take whatever the hell action I see fit.
This is your last warning.
Really never noticed. Yeah, I was like, I wonder what happens. That makes sense for story reasons.
Kill off this unit. I can go home. Back to my family.
Shamrock, are you listening to me? You're in a lot of trouble here. Cease fire.
Oh my god. Even just getting like the first one down is a struggle. Maybe I should put him on... Maybe I should put him on cover? I don't know. Is it the white noise in my brain, or is it completely dead silent, no music? No, it's silent during this bit. Son of a bitch. Yeah, the shoot indicator is there, but it's so difficult to line them up during this bit. Because they're just fucking zipping around.
Garuda team, you are in violation of a direct order. Don't you see what's happening here? Comply with your order immediately.
Nope.
Ghost Eye, what the hell do you know about losing a family member? I'll take whatever the hell action I see fit.
Son of a bitch.
This is your last warning. Cease fire now. I repeat, cease fire immediately.
If I can just kill off this unit, I can go home. Back to my family.
Shamrock, are you listening to me? You're in a lot of trouble here. Cease fire.
How is that not a perfect shot? That's crazy. Thank God for checkpoints. And they get flares. Are we at 40,000 right now? Yeah, we sure are. Son of a bitch. Shit. Saw the indicators, so I tried to get it. There we go.
All planes are down. Now I can finally get back to Grace Maria.
You've made a huge mistake. There's no getting around a penalty for this.
That bit's hard. It's so far into the campaign, too. That's going to be a real bitch for the no damage.
According to intelligence from our Department of National Safety, Slovakia has a scorched earth policy in mind for Grace Maria. They plan to use weapons of mass destruction to completely and indiscriminately annihilate our capital city. If we keep advancing at this pace, the Slovakians are sure to destroy our capital. The Joint Chiefs of Staff have ordered us to temporarily halt the advance of all forces. This order is part of a high-level strategy. This temporary order of ceasefire was an
already talked about the
action
Xbox
for the
prices.
Joint Chiefs
Yeah.
of Staff. As Amerians, we cannot excuse this
I'm just
outrageous
waiting for
and
Sony to
threat
follow at
posed
this
by
point.
Slovakia.
Fucking
By
Nintendo.
continuing on with the mission, you have defied a direct order and will be suspended for it. You are forbidden
true.
from flying in battle.
I
starting
do
from
have
16
the
hours
Nosferatu
today.
later on.
All combat mission qualifications will be revoked. Any action beyond going to your own barracks from that time on will be strictly limited. I've lost a lot of respect for you after pulling this stunt. Return to your barracks and wait for further instructions. That is all.
Sony already did? Wait. Wait. What do you mean? See, now I look it up. Oh, they already raised it in... Hold on. Okay, I'm seeing the Sony thing now. I didn't catch this before. They apparently raised their prices for the PS5 pretty much everywhere other than the US or Japan. Like, it says select markets, but then you go look at it and it's like Europe, the Middle East, Oceania. I can read. Africa, Australia, and New Zealand. Switch 2 and GTA 6 will cause a market crash? I don't think so. I think
stick on it.
consoles are just gonna not have a good generation going forward.
The smile of their golden king wiped away for good, and the ground war nearly upon us. The citizens here are losing faith. Through special intelligence, we confirmed the existence of the enemy ace pilot, Garuda-1.
GTA 6 is gonna be overpriced. Everyone keeps talking about that, but like, I don't know why. Because we have no good source or anything suggesting that. It's just kind of like everyone's been running with, what's it? Everyone's just been running with GTA is going to cost $100. And I don't know why. Because Take-Two is greedy, but they've never pulled anything like that. There's no precedent for that. Making the base price of a game $100 or more. It seems like a big leap to me. Again, without like any solid sources stating that's gonna happen. It's just kind of been hearsay and rumors. $80? Maybe, because again, like Nintendo is stretching that to where a lot of... Microsoft just stated that their standard price going into the holiday season this year is going to be raising from $70 to $80 for newer titles. So 80? Probably. Anything above 80? Probably not.
I guess that explains how they eluded security forces during the sweep.
They go for the $10 extra like Nintendo. I don't see them doing that either.
I've already seen the notification.
Maybe though.
Today in this very area.
Heard some Nintendo games will be 90. So far, the only... Which one is it that's 90 for the physical, chat? It's Mario Kart, right? Yeah, hold on.
And now, we have lost our way out of here.
Yeah, it is Mario Kart. That's gonna be 90 for the physical. 80 for the digital. Which, speaking of, again, Donkey's bit in his Oblivion video, where he said that clearly Mario Kart is a far superior game to Oblivion Remastered, because Oblivion Remastered only costs $50 and Mario Kart costs $80. That one killed me. That was a really good joke to slip in there. He's just like, is this game as good as Mario Kart World? Nah. It's only $50. It's so good, dude.
Any attempts to destroy it. It has been concealed at Fort Norton in Grace Mary.
They're not even trying to keep up with PC. Yeah, I think it's going to be one of those things where we see even more of a shift towards PC. Because there was a big shift towards PC at the end of the last generation. A lot of people stepped away from consoles around the time that I did. Not like more than 10% of console gamers, but it was one of the largest shifts we've seen in like the last few decades.
Just a minute ago, we received a letter of approval.
Yeah, so that happened years ago, but then that got stopped because of the chip shortage in 2020, 2021. That put the brakes on it because PC parts got more expensive. But now all the consoles are getting more expensive and the PC parts are kind of just staying where they are. Aside from like the
enemy
50
has
series
loaded
being
this
ridiculously
catalyst into their
priced, but that's an
transport
exception.
vehicles and
Nvidia.
is able to send them into Grace Maria at any time. This plan will be
So I don't know. I think
by a
we're
handful
gonna
of
see
our top
another big
pilots
PC
under
shift in the
absolute
next few years if this keeps up.
Fly through Fort Norton
I don't think the
Standing at
gaming market will
extremely low
crash,
altitude to avoid radar
but
detection and take
I
out
think we
those
will
transport
definitely see a
vehicles.
significant shift
We've
away from
determined that a
console.
high-risk mission
Again,
of this
probably
magnitude
not
cannot
more
be
than like
executed by
10%,
anyone
maybe,
other than
but
Garuda
probably
team.
not.
We're counting
But
on
we'll see another one of those
flawless
big
execution.
shifts where a lot of console players are leaving for PC. But the whole, like, the gaming industry is going to crash thing, people have been saying that for more than a decade now. Just nonstop. They've been like, yeah, it was bad before, but like now, it's gonna happen now for sure. And that's been going on for more than a decade, so. That's just gotten to that point of like, it's like the, you know, the younger generation doesn't want to work thing at this point, where it's just, we've been saying that every year for so many years that at this point, I can't even pay it much mind. Hasn't been the case yet, so I don't know why I would. For this one, when the player reaches the transport unit in the canyon, the ace will approach the player from behind and fire rocket launchers, and will continue to pursue the player during the mission update. Fewer minutes to midnight now than ever has been before, though. Again, it's just, that's the thing that has been said like every year for years. And considering my age, I wouldn't know if people have been saying the gaming market would crash for longer. Just, I wouldn't have really heard it, to be honest. Feeling flankery.
Talisman, which plane should I pick? How about are we ready to fly with these?
Garuda team, time to take off.
Beginning attack on the enemy's WMD catalyst. Fly in low. If you're spotted by an enemy observation tower, destroy all facilities as quickly as possible. Some people never pray to God unless they're in a lot of trouble. And we're only called aces when people need us to bail them out. We're not a couple of private dancers for the military, you know. If we fail this mission, your family
I can't set him to attack. Am I the only one allowed to attack during this one? Yeah, I don't know. I wonder if I still have that that bookmark, the tweet bookmark for the younger generation doesn't want to work thing. It was just a collection of like news outlets running that headline like throughout the years. And it went from like 2024, I think. I think this was last year that I found this. I shared it on stream when I did because I thought it was funny. It just shared like newspaper outlets running that headline and talking about that like every year back to like the 1920s. And they were like, this is not that the new generation doesn't want to work. This is just what every generation says about the new generation. The leitmotif. It's back. Yeah, I still can't set him to attack. I think he's just not allowed to attack this mission. It's gotta be all me. Leitmotif bingo. Nope. No situation. Nope. I don't want to come in too hot. Steam made a console? Yeah, way back there was one. That's why they had the controller. What was that thing called? It was literally just like a little budget PC with Steam branding on it, but it was certainly a thing. It was there. It was Steam Machine. Yes, I remember the Steam Machine. Forgot about it until just now, to be honest. But yeah, I remember this. The fucking Steam Machine. I forgot about this.
I'm gonna piss in your mouth.
Don't do that. For someone who doesn't like talking about piss, she really talks about it a lot. I'm just saying. Anyone else with me on that one? Because, I mean, it's a pattern, for sure. The weird-ass controller. Yeah, that controller was funky as fuck. Was that the ace? That's gotta be it.
Enemy transport unit confirmed destroyed. Looks like you just redeemed yourself. All in a day's work for Garuda. He and Talisman make a great team.
Leave the combat zone and get back to base. You'll have time to celebrate once you're back.
And you've got a party waiting for us, right? It'll be a nice change from all that lip service.
Enemy forces are still in the vicinity. Stay on alert until you get back.
Ah, I got one. There we go. Oh. I hate that the aces are so good that they dodge the perfect shots too. What? I got a second hit and he's still not down? What is this F2 made out of, huh? What am I up against right now, dude? Ace is 10 and need 3? Are you sure? This is like my 12th ace, I think? That sounds right. This is mission 12, isn't it? Or is it 11? It's one or the other. I feel like most of them have still just taken 2. But maybe I've hit them with machine guns a bit. I don't know. Or maybe I use specials. That might be it. Yeah, fly straight. Oh, or don't. Just had to open my mouth. Dude! He tanked 2 specials! Fuck you, bitch. Time to gun it. Yeah, that's the plan. Run away for now. Take out the ESM to try to weaken them at least. Just bide my time here.
Enemy
actually might want him on cover, to be fair.
Fighters incoming.
This is a manageable number.
Shamrock, help me. Shamrock, help me. Oh, well. They're just giving me a free shot. Son of a bitch, I just lost so much speed. Oh my god, there's more.
Warning. Enemy presence detected on radar.
Damn it. You've got to be kidding me.
Can I get back up yet? Help! Please! I need help. My god, look at the swarm of planes behind me.
More enemy forces spotted on radar. There's a ton of them. A whole battalion.
I guess I got my hopes up too soon. Oh well, let's get this over with.
Looks like you're gonna have to face the music. Eliminate those enemy planes.
I don't wanna.
Watch out! The enemy has a lock on you! I have him! Missile, break!
Flying blind! I can't see where the missiles are coming from!
Garuda 1 evaded the missile! Bandit, dead ahead! Careful now. The enemy has you on radar. Garuda 1, are you trying to leave the battle? Return immediately.
Dog, I'm trying to live. Is there another jamming plane in there? There is. I don't see it. There is.
Watch out! The enemy has a lock on you! Missile, evade! Nice kill, Talisman.
Ooh. Oh, come on! This mission, man. Holy shit.
Missile,
Looks like you're gonna have to face the music. Eliminate those enemy planes.
rather not face the music.
The enemy has you on radar. Missile, evade! Lock on. Watch out! The enemy has a lock on you! How could that have missed? Garuda 1 evaded the missile. Behind you, break! Careful now. The enemy
Shamrock.
has you on radar.
Shamrock. Those missed. Are you shitting me?
That damn alert won't shut up!
Talisman, Shamrock, just keep it up a little longer.
Garuda 1, you have a missile closing in. I've got a lock.
I didn't mean to hold the button. I'm freaked out.
Watch out! The enemy has a lock on you! Shamrock, Fox 2. Careful now. The enemy has you on radar. Watch out! The enemy has a lock on you!
Oh my god, the missiles. Those are all tracking me right now.
I'm here for you. This is Avalanche. Garuda team thought you could use some cover.
Oh, I could definitely use some cover.
We're having your party right here. Stay put there. We'll just figure out a better pay you back before I gotta pay interest.
Now we're cooking. They're here.
I'll be damned. Looks like we got an all-star cast lined up for this performance. Thanks.
All planes, pound the hell out of that battalion, and don't get shot up in the process.
Pound them. Do it. Pound them. I'm still at risk of dying, just in case anyone was wondering.
Enemy threat has been reduced to about 40%.
Let's fry these suckers. Over here. Roger that. Heading over to offer backup.
Oh, I can see. Finally got the jamming plane. I have awareness of what's going on again. Oh.
All enemy fighters have been destroyed. Well done.
Avalanche, I got that fighter off your tail. Looks like you still got a loan to pay off.
But don't forget about that second typhoon I shot down from you. That ought to count for something.
Jesus.
We'll have to learn from Talisman. He never takes
That mission's fucked up. Especially once you're above like hard mode and the missiles are one shot. This mission is fucked up.
I don't know what we'd do without you guys.
All planes get back to base. Next up is Grace Maria. Looks like you're gonna have to face the music.
Mission accomplished. The WMD catalyst
And
has
it was
been
an S rank.
destroyed, and we have evaded the scorched earth threat to Grace Maria. As a result, your suspension has been officially lifted, and from this point on, we will be dispatching you into various missions again.
Look
This
at that
war
chaos.
is almost over. All forces resume advancing. We're about to free Grace Maria once and for all.
I was in the middle of all that. Until I just peeled out. I was like, nope, not doing this.
Everyone hurry back to your rooms.
Oh, I love this one. Hold on, chat. This one's intense. Crazy build quality on that baseball bat, though. Like, actually insane. That's crazy.
Together in this cramped room, there is no way out for any of us.
Like camping?
One boy is called Radio.
In a way.
Aptly named considering he never parts with his own. He's spouting off code words used by the American fighter pilots as he takes on the role of a jet himself.
Terry and Peter, thank you for the subs. Appreciate it. Pocket chocolate. Gotta love it. Can't go wrong with a little pocket chocolate. It's a classic. Oh my god, I thought the kid had the chocolate in his hand, not the radio. He's just sitting there holding it, wondering whether or not he should eat it.
His mother, a humble young waitress. They were both killed, their restaurant destroyed, all because of our aerial assaults. She proudly sings a song that was sung by her nation's pilots. I had this image in my mind of street
Melts in your
children,
mouth,
being a
not in
symbol
your...
of strife and despair brought on by
Not
the
finishing
horrors
it.
of war. Now that I've had a closer look, I'm beginning to see something quite
Makes me think of the,
These children are lonely, but full of pride
Oh
for their
god, what's
nation.
his name? I can't remember his name. It makes me think of the Killer Instinct clip.
I feel as though I could dance the night away with an angel.
What was his name? The guy who did trolling on like fighting games like a decade ago. Those are old now.
Protecting it at all costs. Keeping it safe from us, the invaders.
Shit. It's the Killer Instinct clip. They're both playing TK Combo.
Ludmilla and I came across
It's an insane clip.
tank. I seem to remember this man from somewhere. What is
I don't
this
remember.
tank doing out here away from all the action?
More fighting games need to
More to the west.
allow the two players to have their mics on and talk to each other during the match, though. KI 2013 did that, and that was great. MK1 actually does that, and it's great there. It's just so funny. You get hilarious clips on fighting games that allow that. I get why they don't, because a lot of them that do end up with really toxic communities, but God, it's so funny. The clips that come out of those games are so good.
Nice dance with the angels now.
He said the thing. Oh, what is that?
My family's
Lawn.
inside joke has become quite the buzzword. Even the
Killer
captain uses it to
Instinct
say
2013 trolling.
But it feels
Will I
strange to
find
hear
the
him
guy?
say it. We're almost there. And then I saw something horrible.
Oh, what was his name? This was like a thing that he was known for. He did it on all sorts of fighting games, but KI 2013 was a big one for him.
The Estavakian military intends to fight to the bitter end. She stares up at them, holding on to some sort of premonition.
Dipping my balls in mayonnaise.
I opened the briefcase that the children.
He tried. He tried, chat. He really did. Asriel, thank you for the 3 months.
But the time has come to break that seal.
It's so wild.
This is.
Why can I not find the guy? Maybe I should Google it instead of searching on YouTube. I found it. Jeff the Hero. Jeff the Hero was the guy. I can't play that video on stream. I know I can't play that video on stream. The video is called Killer Instinct Online Moment number 13. I'm on probation. Show us. I can't. I would lose my monetization for the day. But those videos are so, his old KI videos are so crazy because that game let you have your mic on with the other player and he would actively just try to piss the other player off and get reactions out of them. Jeff, like Geoff.
Last, our day has come.
Jeff the hero.
Operation Free Grace Mary.
Geoff, if you
All
would.
forces advance into the capital. Enemy forces have thoroughly besieged Grace Maria. I'm sure we'll be running into some heavy resistance.
Yeah, if you're curious, Jeff the hero, I'm on
Let's win this
probation.
thing and go home.
That's the video I was thinking of. He did a bunch of those on KI 2013, but that one was wild. That's the one that stands out. I remember that one to this day. Wait, no, go back. Shit. Hold on, I have to go to my medals. Yeah, so we need to do E and F this time. And then we're good on mission 13. DK Music, thank you for the sub. Appreciate it. Wait for a month and it ends up saying
I just want to stick my finger in there. This flap.
Bells. Look, Kronk, he struggles a bit. He's been hitting the skooma a little hard this week. You know, Oblivion Remastered. It's gotten us all real excited, but he's been having a week. Too much skooma. Why you getting mad at a video game, bro? Classic quality video. It's so crazy. That video's just so. When was that uploaded? Hold on, now I have to go back. I'm on probation. Yeah, 2015 Xbox gaming. That is just. You guys want a funny fighting game clip that I can show you? Hold on. Is that? I don't know what to search for it. But I've got a good one. There are some videos. Here it is. I found it. There are some videos from the fighting game community that are just so genuinely funny to this day. And this is one of those classics. I'm good though. Hold on. I can't show you. Wait, no. Yeah, okay, that works perfectly. Oh, I need to. Oh, this is set to my main monitor. Hold on. I could just do this. Yeah, that works. That actually works better than what I was going to do. All right, chat, check this out. Check this out, right? This is Dead or Alive. And this is the Jan Lee jingle.
I'm gonna fuck you up. Guess what?
That's loud. My bad.
You're gonna lose. I should have punished you right. Stop hitting me in my leg, bitch. You better wait till I get up. Damn. Okay. Alright. Shit. I'm sorry, but you didn't kill me. You didn't kill me, bitch. So guess what? I'ma fuck you up. I'ma fuck you up, bitch. You better know it. Get in the car. You got in the car. So guess what? I got more for you. Ah, baby. I'm gently. Fucking everybody up. Fucking
Sorry, I.
Gently. Fucking everybody up.
That's a classic fighting game video. That's one of the good ones. Oh my god. He just like combos that guy into death while singing in a full falsetto for like a minute straight. It's just so good. Some serious pipes. Hold on, did I fix the volume? I did not, my bad. Was it Tekken Yakuza? That's Dead or Alive 5. I think it's 5.
Are we ready to fly? Garuda team, time to
I think
take
it's
off.
5. It is, okay. I wasn't sure if it was 5 or 4. I couldn't keep it straight.
I know I've been a pain in the butt, and I want to thank you for all you've done. I don't know how to say this, but you're like a part of my family.
All planes, we're going to take back Grace Maria.
Back when Dead or Alive
Defend
was
division formation.
fun. Looking at you, Dead or Alive 6.
Let's get this over with. Let's put an end to this.
These games used to be fun, damn it!
This is Captain Ford of the Marigold. We're about to enter the bay and engage enemy ships. Requesting support.
The enemy's got troops on the bridge. Take care of them.
You seen Krobcat's video on the fighting game community? I actually haven't, no.
Providing ESM. You'll be in a world of
Have I ranted about Krobcat on stream before? He actually just had another big miss with one of those like a week ago.
Missile was evaded.
DOA 6 dropped it? Yeah, big time. It's unfortunate. The Oblivion one? Yeah. It's basically just what his shtick has been for the last few years anyway. Where Krobcat's videos have literally just become new game bad because it's not old game. And yeah, he just did an Oblivion one where he had it ready too. He uploaded it like within an hour of the remaster coming out. And the video was literally just Oblivion remake bad because it didn't have the developers that the original Oblivion did. And he had it like locked and loaded, just waiting for that shadow drop to maybe happen. Imagine making a game, or sorry, making a video about a game not being as good as its predecessor or original or whatever before playing the new one. Like, that's just the point that his channel has gotten to. Remember the RE4 one? Who here saw the RE4 one? Because that was another one where it was just like, RE4 remake is bad because it's not RE4. Or, sorry, what? Soulless, I think was the title. Ooh.
Lock on. Missile was evaded.
Careful now. The enemy has you on radar.
It's the AC6 song chat. His recent videos are a bit iffy. Yeah. I haven't seen the Dead Rising one. But Dead Rising 4, like, wasn't very good. So that's a pretty easy one to do. I'm sure that one is probably not as bad. At least I hope it's not, giving him benefit of the doubt. I'm assuming it's not as bad. Because that game actually is, like, yeah. That was a big downgrade. But, what's it? I remember the first one, for me at least, that I was like, okay, what are we doing? Was the Back for Blood one. Where if I remember right, the video title was like proof that Valve carried Left 4 Dead, insinuating that like Turtle Rock wasn't the reason that game was good. And then the whole video was like him just cutting back and forth between vidocs of like Left 4 Dead's development, where they're talking about like how cool their gore system is, right? And then he cuts to Back 4 Blood just not having as deep of a gore system. Or like, I think there was something in there where he was like, the lighting was better in Left 4 Dead than in Back 4 Blood. And the video ended up boiling down to Back 4 Blood is worse because it doesn't have as much effort put into its presentation as Left 4 Dead did. And he didn't even really get into the game itself at all. It was like fully a presentation comparison.
Watch out, the enemy has a lock on you.
Like Back 4 Blood certainly could have looked a lot better. Don't get me wrong. I didn't like the look of it. But like the gameplay was solid. Kind of bad though. It wasn't bad. It's just not Left 4 Dead. That was kind of the thing. Was like, yeah, it was a perfectly fine co-op game. I think the card system was a lot of fun. I think the levels that were there were pretty good for the most part. Some of them weren't so good. But yeah, it wasn't Left 4 Dead 2. It was fun though. I like Back 4 Blood. I also really liked the like progression, like the loot scaling in it, and the fact that you could also like play multiple campaigns together and keep the difficulty and loot scaling like consistent across them just by carrying straight over to the next one. Stuff like that made it a lot of fun. Oh my god, I've gotten super far away from what I'm supposed to be doing. These guys are Operation E. Like, I'm supposed to be taking out that other jamming plane. I also played it on release. I haven't really played it since. I never played any of the DLCs. He just cherry picks his points. Yeah, and a lot of them are just bizarre. Like the Back 4 Blood video where I'm like, he basically was like, Back 4 Blood is bad because it doesn't have these cool visual flares that Left 4 Dead did. It was just like, what? I mean, it's fair to be like, the older game had this, so why does the newer one not? But just being new game bad because the gore system isn't as deep is like, huh? I don't even remember what the RE4 one was. I remember the RE4 one being worse. The RE4 one was when most people started being like, okay, what is this guy on nowadays? What is happening here? That's when I remember gaming Twitter first being like, what happened to Krobcat? Who hurt this guy?
Warlock Battalion has taken more damage. They've lost about 60% of their forces.
Looked like pure paint. Yeah, that high difficulty is fucking brutal. I do really like the card system in that game, though. That was sweet. My big thing with Back 4 Blood, I'm now remembering, it was the gunplay was not very smooth. It felt really weirdly stiff.
Get, baby boy? I'm not. I'm playing Mass Effect.
Based. She's playing Mass Effect.
Watch out! The enemy has a lock on you!
Missile struck target. Steel gunner forces have dropped again. They've lost about 60% of their firepower.
Like Left 4 Dead's more on AI. The bots were good from what I remember, but I mostly match made even when playing solo just because it's more fun that way. But I remember from what little I did play with the bots, they were pretty good. Ooh. Oh god, it's about that time and I'm busy tonight. Son of a bitch. I should have known this mission. Ooh. Well, that timing was certainly... I was just realizing, I'm like, oh god, this is awkward. I really can't go over time. And then, yep. One shot. His Halo video was nice, but that was a while ago. Hold on. Before I go, I need to go and just peek at it. Well, good place to... Yeah, I was just having my moment of like, this is really awkward. I'm gonna need to just quit. And the game said, nope. We'll do it for you. Oh yeah, the Oblivion one, it did. I was right. It came out the day of the Shadow drop, because I remember seeing that video in my feed literally as I was installing the Oblivion remake. And I bought and installed it right when it came out during that live stream. So he legit, like, as soon as they announced it officially,
I would stick my finger in your teeth.
He dropped the video on why the original Oblivion is better. Yeah, the Halo one was good. I haven't seen the FGC one. I should, though. But yeah, like, the Back 4 Blood. I heard the Dead Rising video was... It depends who you are. I should watch the Call of Duty one. I'm curious. He does it for rage clicks and comments now. It kind of seems like it, to be honest. Anyway, I can't go over time. I got shit to do. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did enjoy it and you haven't done so already, feel free to go ahead and leave a sub, follow, whatever. Come back another time. We're doing this. We're doing all sorts of other stuff, like... What else am I doing? Oblivion Remastered. Very fun. Trying to think here. Metal Gear. Resident Evil. Yakuza. We're doing all sorts of stuff. Come back for any of it. That Resident Evil thing. Yeah, I got it. Sometimes I just blank during this. Also, if you enjoyed on the YouTube side, feel free to leave a like, because algorithm, you know how that goes. If you're looking for links to anything outside of Twitch or YouTube to engage with the community, check out links in the description below. Things like Twitter, or on YouTube, on Twitch, chat commands, channel page, you'll find them. Things like Twitter, Discord server, if you're looking for them, they're there. Other than that, though, once again, I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope to always get all of you guys back here next time. I hope you all have a great rest of your day. Thank you for coming to the stream, and goodbye.